Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches, and this is my 3D character workflow. So yeah, a little disclaimer, I am not the greatest 3D modeler out there, but I did manage to create this 3D animated film by myself, modeling each and everything that you see on screen by myself. And the purpose of this video is to just share to you guys how I managed to do it, how I did the 3D characters at least. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Yeah, step 1, design. Like everything else in a world of 3D, you really need to plan ahead. And that's why it's very important to really think about what your character will be and how you're going to be using your character in your production, whatever it is. In the case of this character, Queen Luxa, she's actually one of the characters that I will be using for the Underland project. I showed clips of episode 1 in the beginning of this video, and episode 2 will be a 3D comic. But I also will be using this character for 3D animation. So yeah, I have to model this character with that in mind. I also designed this character years before, ever since I started the project, so I didn't really have to take that much time to design the character. So what I actually just did as I started modeling this character is to just create a model sheet, which I drew using Blender's Grease Pencil or the 2D animation workspace. Yeah, you can use any software you want, but I just prefer drawing using Blender's 2D animation workspace because it feels really great to draw there and it's so easy to edit things if you made a mistake. And yeah, it's also up to you how much time you're gonna want to take designing your character. And of course, as they say, the more time you take to actually plan this thing and design the character, the simpler it gets when you go to the next steps. And the next step is modeling. In modeling this character, I actually used plain modeling. I only use sculpting when refining the model after I actually did model it, not before. And I use the model sheet that I did of Luxa as a reference. But yeah, if you want to watch the full process of modeling as a time-lapse, I actually uploaded a video. Just check out the card, or it's going to be in the link down below. And yeah, one of the key things that you need to study about modeling is topology. Topology is very important if you want your character to deform well, or if you want an easy life unwrapping it later for texture. You just really have to study topology. And I'm gonna be putting up some links in the description below of some videos that I watched about topology. But yeah, it really takes practice if you want to be able to do it yourself without that many mistakes. I definitely did not make the Gregor model as perfect as I did the first time, and Luxa is definitely better in topology as Gregor, but it's still not perfect. It's probably going to be an ongoing learning as you dive into the 3D character making world. So yeah, just study topology and some other things, and you should be good to go. Yeah, after modeling, we can then proceed to the next step, which is shading and texture. And yeah, during this stage, you can now apply the things that you've done during the design stage, which is, planning your character, what they look like, what their skin is gonna be, etc. So for Luxa's skin, in the books, she's actually described as someone who is very pale, translucent skin. It's so translucent that you can actually see the veins. So that's what I did. I tried to make it look translucent, which can be done by just tweaking the subsurface scattering and also the veins, which I did using texture. Yeah, I actually did that stencil thing in doing the texture. And yeah, of course, before texturing your character, you need to UV unwrap it. If you want an in-depth video about this, just leave a comment down below, like this video, and if enough people show interest in that subject, then I will definitely make an in-depth video about it. Yeah, after shading and giving Luxa texture, I then proceeded to giving her hair. And yeah, for her hair, I actually used a combination of particle systems, the new curve hair system of Blender, and a mesh hair. So yeah, her front hair, the bangs, I used the new hair system for grooming, and then I converted that into a particle system hair because this part of the hair will be physics simulated. So that's why I decided to make it a particle system, because the new hair system doesn't exactly have any physics on it. I think it's a geometry node thing, and I have very limited knowledge about geometry nodes, so I don't know how to do that, if it's at all possible to add a physics simulation with it. But I think, yeah, the new hair system is just for easy hair grooming because it's so easy to groom hair using the new hair system. The new hair system is actually perfect for eyebrows and eyelashes as well. Anything that has hair that is static. Anyways, for the braid, which is also one of the painful parts of the process, I used a mesh hair. The challenging part is making the mesh hair look like the rest of the hair. And I actually discovered a way to do it. Yeah, if you want an in-depth tutorial or video about it, again, comment, like the video. If enough people ask for it, I'm definitely gonna do it. But anyways, braid is not really that complicated if you're forming it. It's just making it look right, or the shading part of it is the difficult part. But yeah, for the braid, I actually followed a Japanese tutorial for it. Yeah, if you want to watch that tutorial, the link will be in the description below. Anyways, after giving Luxa hair, I then proceeded to giving her clothes. And clothes have always been a challenge for me. I did design her clothes using the concept and the model sheet, and I used that as a reference as well for modeling the clothes. But one of the things that I actually used for modeling the clothes is using that sewing method, because I think it would be easier to just have the clothing follow her body shape. So I did that. I followed the tutorial, and yeah, the link will be in the description below on how to do that. And then, you know, the clothes would pretty much have the same kind of workflow as the character is. First you design it, then you model, then you shade and texture, and then after that is rigging. So yeah, rigging my characters, I always use Blender's built-in add-on, which is Rigify. Yeah, Rigify I think is just a nice add-on for rigging. There are other rigging add-ons out there, of course. Feel free to experiment on those on your own, but I used Rigify, and I do have some videos on showing how to use Rigify. Yeah, if you want a newer video about it, again, comment or like the video. If enough people wants it, I will make it. And yeah, that's all there is to it. To model a 3D character and get it ready for animation, first you design, then you model, then you texture, hair, clothes, and then rig. And yeah, hopefully this video will serve as a starting point for you who wants to be able to create a 3D character for animation. Anyways, thank you so much for watching up to this point in the video. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, like the video if it did help. Also, a huge thank you to Karo, Green, Paragon, GulliermoGage, ScaredFlier, and PrimeDeceiver. They supported me through ko-fi.com/doodlenose productions. And yeah, if you want to support me in all of my endeavors, that's the best place to do it. It is also the best place for you to download the stuff that I make, my 3D characters and 3D models. The Gregor character is actually available for download for free through my KoFi shop. And this character, Luxa, will also be available to download soon. The link will be in the description below. Yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, I have to do a bunch of 3D characters, and I'm definitely going to be following this workflow. Or I'll make a 3D character maker. Yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, you'll see that soon.